Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. So today I was shopping around and I bought this Pulsar watch for $1. I bought it for my son. And what I'm doing is I'm buying clothes for us when they're dirt cheap at the thrift stores for the next maybe 2 years. I want to buy enough now for the next 2 years in case the price of everything goes up. So I bought this nice shirt for $2. I bought this shirt for $1, and I bought this shirt for $1, and he bought himself 2, so that was 5 shirts. But I will try to get 7. So when I was at the thrift store, because I do shop around at thrift stores almost every day. So I was next to the 99-cent store and they had the bagels marked down 2 for 50% off. So I got 6 bagels in each of these for 18 cents each. So that's pretty good. And I posted a couple of dinners that I made on my Twitter. You don't need to join Twitter. You just do a search, Rotostone Twitter, and I put 2 videos. One for emergency meal, which was top ramen, and then the other was a bagel sandwich. And I bought a couple dented cans. This coconut milk is good if you make vegetable curry. You just saute your vegetables like your potatoes, your carrots, and onions, and you sprinkle the curry powder on, and then you put your vegetables, and you need a little tomato paste, and then you just make like a vegetable soup with the curry, and then when it's all done you pour a little coconut milk on it. I'll make it again. So let me give you the pumpkin pie recipe. Somebody didn't get it. I mean, this is the pumpkin pie recipe. But what I want to give you guys again is the fudge recipe. The problem with this fudge recipe is it's for 10 pounds of fudge. And that's a lot of fudge. This is also on my Twitter. All the recipes, I try to put them in the video and on Twitter. And then I bought a bag of candy. I've eaten a lot for 50 cents. If it was half price, I try to get it. So, okay, so I'm on this. I was looking up the ingredients of the Impossible Burger and these veggie burgers, and this is what I came up with. I think this was the Impossible Burger with soy, coconut oil, sunflower oil, and potato. So soy and potato. And then the other one was pea protein, canola oil, coconut oil, apple and beet extract, and rice. So this veggie burger was sort of like peas and rice. And I thought, I think I was looking up veggie burgers, and mostly they were just like mashed beans, and you make it into a burger. But I thought, I think using this list, I could make a pretty decent veggie burger, and it would be a good way to use up veggies. But first I want to make some Mexicali refried beans. So what I did was, remember the story about the woman who was in Mexico, and there was no work, and they were really, really starving, and her husband came back up to America to try to get work, and she was in Mexico with her little girl. And an old man came up to her, and she said she had never seen him. And he said, "Ma'am, your daughter is starving." A lot of people who are really suffering all kinds of malnutrition don't know they have it. They're like the last ones to know. She knew it, but she just didn't have any food. So he gave her a bag of beans, a bag of rice, a bag of vegetables, and he told her to plant a garden. So what I'm stockpiling, aside from clothes and anything else I can think of that I can get my hands on pretty cheap, is I'm stockpiling canned vegetables. So I fried one piece of bacon, and then I took a little bit of chorizo, just this much. I just want to make enough. Here, I got beef for 99 cents somewhere, so I have bacon grease. If you're a vegetarian, you can use olive oil in your beans. And the other thing is, you want to get your, this doesn't look good, but it actually is. You want to get your chorizo done, because it's going to be really horrible if it's raw. And so then I had some pinto beans from Walmart. And what I want to do is I want to add my pinto beans to the chorizo and bacon fat. I'm just going to make about a half can. You can make a whole can. The thing about this recipe is this is going to make a whole lot of beans. That's the thing about any kind of vegetarian cooking. You know, with vegetables, it makes a lot. So you want to heat your beans until you can mash them. So that's why I wanted to start this first. This really only takes a minute. I'm starving. I hope everybody is doing good. Any of the candles that are figurines usually don't last very good, because you know they don't look good once the head is burned off. So you know, if you start shopping around now before you really desperately need stuff, not that I think I'm going to need anything, but if you shop around and you get your clothes, I told my son I will try to get at least 30 polo shirts. And so that many polo shirts. So see how my potatoes are mashing good? I mean, my beans are mashing good. And this is going to make a really good, you can make dip out of this, but what I want to make is a burrito. A good burrito. And so, you know, the veggie burgers, you know, it's pretty hard to beat, I mean, if you're going to eat beans, a bean burrito. These are starting to look good now. So when I get them almost done, normally I use evaporated milk, but I had powdered milk mixed up. So I just want to use my, whatever milk you have. And if you do this and you don't have cheese, this is going to put the dairy into your beans. And then if you cook your beans for a little while, which will work out perfect when I make the veggie burger, then your beans are going to taste really good. So I'm going to switch them over here. And so now I want to make myself a veggie burger. Another thing about those veggie burgers, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they were expensive. And the ingredients, the one I'm making tonight, the ingredients were pea, canola oil, coconut oil, apple and beet extract, and rice protein. So, you know, I made a lot of all kinds of like salmon burgers. So the first thing I have is rice. So I think I'm just going to start with half cups because this is going to make a lot. So let's see. I'll just get about a half a cup of rice. And this will taste good with my, this is going to make a lot. So I have a half cup rice. And then I bought a can of dented peas. So, there's no exact science to this. You can't go, well, that's not the way you do it. Well, hey, I don't think there's any rules to this stuff. Some of them are going to taste really good and some of them are going to be kind of pathetic. So we'll see what happens. So the main ingredients I want in this one is just like the veggie burger that was $5.99 a pound, was rice and peas. You could make brown rice, and then I had some carrots left in the refrigerator, so I'll put carrots in mine. So already we're to a cup and a half. A pound would be 16 ounces. Okay, and then I'll add a little bit of onions. A little bit, you know, to your taste. And then I have some of this complete seasoning. It could be just salt and pepper. And then in this one, it had sunflower oil. So today when I was at 99 cents only, because I'm going to be doing some of this vegetable cooking, I bought sunflower seeds and pepper seeds. So, you know, that will add a little nutrition to my veggie burgers. I'll just put a little handful in. I don't want my seeds taking over. So this is what I have so far. I better start heating my, ooh, my beans are looking good. Let me move them back over here so you can see them. I need a little bit more milk. The videos where you do the cooking are the hardest to do all at once. And so I have, oh, I meant to get my coconut oil spray. What I have is coconut oil spray. So this is a good time to start using it. Okay, so now I had a hamburger bun and I toasted it and I made breadcrumbs. So I sprinkled some in. I didn't mean to sprinkle that many in at once, but it looks actually pretty good. Take a look at this. So anyway, you can make your when I make like potato cakes, I found if you make small ones, they're easier to handle. So I'm going to make small ones. So now what I have is, this is egg replacer. And because you need something to bind your burgers. I think I'm just going to go ahead and add a few more breadcrumbs, you know, so it'll be easier to make into a burger. I don't want my oil getting too hot. So I want to just put enough breadcrumbs in so I can make these into some small patties. And so if you don't want to make veggie burgers, this is a good way though to use up your veggies. You can make French fries. But I wanted to explore this burger thing. Okay, so I'm going to spray a little bit more coconut. I'm just going to make some little patties. You know, I could shape them in with my hands, but I don't want to get my hands all sticky. These should be pretty tasty. They shouldn't take too long. Let me show you my beans. So basically I made it like any kind of little meatloaf or salmon patty, you know, with egg, with bread, with onion. And then, you know, I have a couple of tasty pieces of bacon just for eating. And I think the trick to these is don't try to flip them until they're totally done on one side. And I bought these marked down half price too. What I want to do is just heat my, tortilla in a dry pan. You know, you don't need any oil or anything. These smell good, you guys. So I had peas, I had carrots, I had rice, I had breadcrumbs, I had onions, I had some kind of complete this is what the egg replacer looks like. I got it at Walmart. This is a good thing to keep into the stockpile. Let's see if I can get this. Let's see if they're ready to turn. Yikes, I need more. Oh, they're looking pretty good. If these were raw vegetables, they might take a little bit longer. This is good. I'm getting a chance to use up my, this one's not ready to flip. What I can do is just keep the rest of this in the refrigerator. So that much made about 6 small burgers. If you were making larger burgers, they smell good. Vegetarians will like this. Or else you can always make always make French fries. Let me show you my beans. These are really yummy. Anyway, this is a good way to, like, another thing good about this is a good way to use up the few odds and ends in your refrigerator. The tortilla is taking a long time. That's very annoying. I need that tortilla. It's not quite ready. You can tell when they're cooked all the way through. They smell really good. So I want to encourage you guys. Now, where's my list? Take a look at this list or look up online the contents of these veggie burgers. This is going to taste a lot better than mashed up beans fried. And let me get, I have a can of salsa in here. So what I'm doing is I'm eating everything in the house up. If you get this one recipe, if you get just this one Mexicali refried bean recipe, and nothing else off this channel, it's well worth it, because if you should ever have to eat beans. Okay, so now see how nice my tortilla is? Oh, now my pan is hot. You could put cheese on this, but you really don't need to. Let me show you what I've got here. So I have some homemade veggie burgers, and I have a Mexicali refried bean. It's going to be a burrito. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.